That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sunday Fun Day, and we are live in the alley with Billy Zazinski and Josh Savali. Let's go, Buffalo!
Sunday afternoon here in the alley. The 12th man is you at downtown Brewcombe Valley. Prognostication, hilarious jokes. So grab your beer, we're so glad you're alive in the alley, folks.
What are we doing here?
Getting rained on. I got Legionnaires already. Ay, caramba. What do you mean, what are we doing here?
You understand we take 7.5 months off.
Yeah.
And then we do 2 shows in 5 days?
Uh-huh.
I need a vacation.
You know what? You should. We take a 10-day break after, or a 2-week break, depending on what you want to do.
Oh, that's right.
But either way, it's time for
Live in the A!
Week 2 edition, even though it's a Thursday and the Bills just played yesterday, basically.
Yeah, I thought it was Sunday already.
I don't know if I'd be okay with that.
What's that?
If it was Sunday already. Would you?
Well, we would have missed the weekend, basically.
Well, yeah, I usually shut down on Sundays anyway.
Too talls.
Yeah.
You golf on Sundays.
Golf on Sunday. The Bills.
Oh, the Bills. That's
We
right.
get them tonight. Bills at the Dolphins, playing on some island somewhere unknown in the Bermuda Triangle, allegedly.
Heard it might be raining.
It rained already. It might rain again.
But looks like for the game we'll be all right.
Yeah, after 8 o'clock, looks good. It's nice to be here, prime time, on a Thursday night. The work week's almost over. Blah, 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 who cares?
Yeah.
This is cool. It's different, and it's hot.
Yeah.
You're wearing pants.
I wear pants, so do you.
I do wear pants. Most of you out there wear pants. I am not wearing any pants.
If you don't wear pants?
Short pants. I knew you were going to say.
Nothing.
If you don't chew big red. Hey, want to play a little numbers game?
Sure.
All right, I'm going to give you a number, and you're going to correlate it to some ridiculous stat from the game on Sunday, so good luck.
All right.
Okay, the number is 4, and it has to do with the Bills' offense.
Joshua Allen scores 4 touchdowns, 2 passing, 2 running. I didn't know this.
This is good.
I mean, I didn't see his question.
That is awesome.
I obviously did know it.
Yeah. 2 running, 2 passing from Josh. When they needed him to, I don't want to say like the Superman thing or anything like that, but he was good.
He was real good.
Week 1, he was good, and after they got, once they started throwing the ball, he was very accurate, 18 of 23. I mean, and one ball he threw at Ray Davis's stomach, and I think that was just because he was mad about something. Like, he was very efficient and good, played great, run the ball great. I mean, he's pretty good.
Not bad.
Bum hand, but left hand. One cool point that was brought up, or not cool point.
That's what his girlfriend calls it. His bum hand.
Cool point? I like cool point better. Think about this though. If your left hand is bum hand, when you're handing off to the running back and you turn to your right, that's the ball that you give the running back, with. But what we don't know is how severe the injury is.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know if it's just he took a bump. I hope he didn't take a bump. That's against the NFL.
That's against the
rules.
Yeah. And
right.
the bum hands.
Numbers game part 2.
I'm ready.
This is going to be for the defense. 3.
Sacks for Gregory Rousseau.
This is a 2-parter. You got 1 of 2. 3 sacks for Greg Rousseau, 1 chase him out of bounds, 3 sacks and a forced fumble.
Yes.
Also, Von Miller looked really good on Sunday, too. Maybe not really good, but he was noticed.
I got a number for you.
Wait,
20.
Go ahead. Half of Von Miller's jersey number. That's true.
The number of plays Von Miller played. 20.
Which was like 46% of the snaps, which was it was way higher than any amount he played all of last season.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, part 2.
Oh, number 2, part 3.
It has to do with the defense, not Greg Rousseau.
Okay.
Nothing?
No.
I mean, it's a tough one.
No. Oh, the number 3.
Yes.
Oh.
This is the number 3. Like, the answer is 3. Has to do with the defense again. It's a little tougher than the first one.
The defense.
Mm-hmm. specifically the cornerbacks.
Oh, I was going to say the number of points they let up when Arizona kicked a field goal.
Actually, it's the number of points they let up in the second half, barring a kick return for a touchdown, too.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. All right, fine. Number 3, part 3. The Bills' starting cornerbacks, Christian Benford, Rasul Douglas, were targeted a total of 3 times on Sunday. Which means, yes, we saw Arizona go a lot over the middle, pick on either Bernard or Dorian Williams, the linebackers, or the nickel corner with Taron Johnson being hurt. But they never attacked the boundary through the passing game.
Yeah.
3 times. I'm sorry, not never, but 3 times. That's going to win you games. That's going to be like, if they're going to a specific spot, now you can key on and have your defense prepared for that.
He plays offense.
Speaking of Keon, 51
yards he received for. Leading target in the game.
5 targets, 4 catches, 51 yards. Pretty good. The contested catch he made on the 23-yard gain.
Pretty good.
That seems to be what we got him for. If he's not a burner, you want him down the edge or in the middle of the field, beating a cornerback to the football. And day one, he proved it.
He did it.
And that's what they said he did all year in training camp. Better than Marvin Harrison, 1 catch. Although he was wide open at one point, but that happens, though. I mean, they're not scheming. If you're running wide open, half the time that's because you're not the target of the play.
I'm sure Keon was wide open on something that
he missed. Yep, he was, actually. He did the whole hand up on one play. He's a little young to do that. He also drew, 2, another number. Coleman, as a rookie, draws 2 penalties.
Yeah.
Pass interference and a holding. Good. I mean, that's a vet play. That's tough to do when you're a rookie, know the game.
He did the flop.
Everyone should do the flop. The something flop. The frickin' flop. I don't know.
Way to keep it clean, Billy.
Yep, that's right. Also, the number 2 again.
Tua Tagovailoa.
We're not there yet.
Okay.
Back to Sunday.
Oh, I thought today. Oh,
How about second instead of 2?
I don't know.
Second half adjustments, but that was a bad one. Yeah. Second half adjustments by the Bills, though, offensively and defensively. Defensively, held Kyler Murray's passing game to, I think, 31 yards in the second half. After he was kind of nickel and diming him through the first half. The second half, the Bills decided that they're going to blitz up the middle, took away a lot of the outside edge game that Arizona had. Bobby Babbitt.
Easy for you to say.
There, got it. Babich calling plays for the first time for the Bills. Defensively, makes good adjustments. The Bills definitely were far superior in the second half.
Or
go on.
McDermott started calling plays in the second half.
They said Babich called all game, but a little mic on there, a little whisper up top, which is fine though.
Wrong play.
McDermott's going to tell him.
Wrong play.
McDermott's going to tell him though, hey, this is what we need to do. Which tonight, that could be the case as well. I'm not extremely excited about Sunday's performance. It was we were down 17-3. I'm a little above fine though. They showed resiliency with a team that we know, like we said before the game, we know nothing about the Bills. What they do week 1, they had a come from behind win and save for a 4th down batted down ball at the end. We're pretty dominant from halfway through the second quarter on.
Yeah.
So it was good. Felt good, looked good, tasted good, smelled good. We're hitting all the senses here. Saw good. Wait.
It felt good.
It did? You got it. That's the number one thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
what we're looking for.
So anyway, that's a cover of the Arizona game. Cool. 1-0.
Yep.
Tonight, we go down to Miami.
Who are we playing?
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
I had tuna for lunch today. 3-star diner, North Collins. Give it a shot. Don't get their apple pie, though. It's very expensive. $8 a slice.
Do you know the difference between a dolphin and a tuna?
A tuna's huge. A dolphin can, basically talk.
I guess that's one difference.
Okay, go on. I know a lot of dolphins.
Well, the difference is you can't dolphin a guitar.
That's pretty good.
I know.
Yeah, and Dave can vouch, the music man over here. Scott, can you dolphin a guitar?
I can do anything. That's probably true.
Well, that brings the joke down a peg.
Just a little bit.
Which Rocky movie was Dolphin?
Oh, 3.
4.
4? I don't like the Rocky movies.
Mr. T.
I like Mr. T. I don't like the Rocky movies. They never really did anything for me. It might have been past my prime anyway.
Yeah.
Or my time. Not past my prime.
Prime.
I'm in my prime.
I'm still in it.
Prime time. He says
we are.
He says wearing a bucket hat getting dripped on by some cracky air conditioner. It's a double entendre on that one. So yeah, the Bills play at Miami. It's gonna be 180 degrees, but it's not during the daytime.
Oh, by cracky, he means the tenant.
Tenant? We don't have the tent today. Maybe should have.
just kidding.
Are you playing this music? Who's playing this music?
No.
Is it like Take These Broken Wings? Is it better than that? What is it? Oh, it's U2 One. Or is it somebody covering One by U2?
It's a cover. Yeah.
You would know.
Yeah, it's
Double A loves his U2. So anyway, Bills in Miami. Before Jimmer takes all the fun out of it, Miami with a come from behind win last week to stay on
man.
pace in the division, because you know what happened, and I was going to wait till Jimmer sat down, but I wait for no Jimmer. The Jets lost on Monday night. That was cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. We got to talk about. We're going to get into that because there was some fishy things going on. Ooh. Anyway, Bills, Miami. We don't need to talk anymore about it because we don't have all the facts. We know one guy that does, and that is Dan Marino and Ace Ventura. And it's time for
Jives
with
Jimmer.
It's time for Jive Today.
I know, they're out of control. The blonde one.
My favorite. Okay, let's get soaked.
Just saying, if you get Ace Ventura, I can't compete with that.
He's the best. I love that movie.
It was good.
And I like the second one.
All right. Good
saying.
enough.
Okay.
For our first of at least 2 times this year, we got to talk about Miami.
I like that because last year they played 3 times.
Very good.
No, they played twice. 2
Well-
years ago they played 3 times.
As you alluded to, Miami started off week 1 with a visit from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Both sides of the ball lackluster to start for the Dolphins. Miami's first offensive drives, 2 unsuccessful 4th down attempts, 2 punts. Jaguars offense, they managed a touchdown in both the first and second quarters, taking a 14-0 lead. Miami did manage to get on the board with the Devon A-Chain rushing touchdown with 1:04 left in the half. Jags answered right back with a field goal as time expired in the second quarter to take a 17-7 halftime lead.
Speaking of halftime,
Yes.
I'm going to bump you for a second because I'm getting...
Yeah, you didn't leave me too much room over here.
No, I didn't. I can leave anybody room. I'm getting wet. But I don't trust the water. I like the rain, but I don't know what's in that system.
Billy's in Miami right now. They're getting a little
with your weather report.
rain.
I'm
Too much humidity for you.
Okay, there we go. Now, are we good here? Did we mess up the camera angle? My
I
shorts
think
are
we're
getting
good.
shorter. We're good. All right. Anyway, back to
Miami,
the
Jacksonville.
Dolphins. Yes.
Turning point of the game came late in the third quarter. Jacksonville, ball at the Miami 13. Jags running back Travis Etienne carried the ball to the 3, proceeded to fumble with Miami recovering in the end zone, giving Miami possession at the 20 on the touchback.
Did you say that was the turning point of the game?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I heard.
That makes sense.
Because the very next play, an 80-yard touchdown pass from Tua Tagovailoa to Tyreek Hill. We'll get to Tyreek Hill a little bit more.
Yeah.
We don't need to, but we can.
Suddenly, instead of a 24-7 Jacksonville lead with 2 minutes left in the third and the game more than likely over, it was, where are we here?
17-10?
It was 17-14.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep.
Game on.
Ah!
Miami's next possession, a missed field goal. Possession after that, kicker Jason Sanders made a 19-yard field goal to tie the game at 17. Final play of the game, Sanders nailed a 52-yarder as time expired, giving the Dolphins the 20-17 lead.
So what the heck happened to Jacksonville's offense? Was it Miami's defense or Jacksonville's offense that, you know what I mean? Like,
It was a little bit of both.
okay.
I think it was Jacksonville being Jacksonville.
Never, you can't trust them.
They did that last year, the whole end of the year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they lost out.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm just wondering, like in a game that tight, you were up on the road against a pretty damn good opponent, and you just disappeared, basically.
Well, let me elaborate on that.
Oh.
After allowing Jacksonville to score 17 points in the first half, the Jags' 6 possessions in the second half resulted in 4 punts, the Travis Etienne fumble, and 1 turnover on downs. On their final 3 drives alone, quarterback Trevor Lawrence was sacked 3 times, and on 11 plays, Jacksonville only managed 13 yards.
Oh. So that's how.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Plus, Miami's passing game came to life in the second half. Tua Tagovailoa, who we're just going to say Tua from here on out.
That's fine.
He had a total of 338 passing yards on the day, 207 of them coming in the second half. 80 of those 207 came on the touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now, it turns out Tyreek Hill had quite the day on Sunday right from the start.
What happened, Jim?
Well, before the game, Hill was pulled over by police for driving 20 miles per hour over the speed limit. They said he was driving 60, so 40-mile-per-hour zone.
Seems reasonable enough to pull somebody over.
While pulled over, an officer approached the vehicle and tapped on the window for Hill to put his window down. Hill cracked his window and told the officer, "Don't knock on my window like that." He proceeded to put his window back up. When he was told once again to put his window down, Hill stated, "Don't tell me what to do." At that point, the officers pull Hill out of the vehicle, push him to the ground, and place him in cuffs.
Did you watch the body cam video?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
He was eventually cited for careless driving and a seatbelt violation and released on his own recognizance.
Did you see the window tint on his car? How could you tell he wasn't wearing a seatbelt?
Well, when he put it down, they could see it.
Oh, maybe he took it off.
Yeah. Well, my take, because I know everybody wants to hear this.
Yes, I did. That's why you're on the show.
A, this could all have been avoided if Hill cooperated from the start.
Don't disagree.
Doesn't matter who you are. Spoiler alert, telling a police officer during a traffic stop, "Don't tell me what to do," never going to end well.
You're signing up for trouble.
Right. B, arresting officers went overboard. When they dragged him out of the car, he was starting to get out of the car.
Yeah.
They could have said, "Hey, this is a final warning. If you don't come out, we're going to put you in cuffs." But nope, they just dragged him, threw him down, cuffed him. Anyways, incident didn't affect Hill's play as he had 7 receptions for 130 yards and that 80-yard touchdown.
Dolphins took a cab home.
Probably could.
Well, the police officers. Never mind. I'm not going to make the pregnant joke. I already made that one.
Okay. Dolphins are going to need their passing game to put up big numbers tonight as their running game going to be diminished.
Right.
Starting running back Raheem Mostert ruled out with a chest injury. And last update I saw was around 6 o'clock, and running back Devon Achane listed as questionable. Supposed to be a game-time decision. They're going to see how he feels during the pregame warm-ups with ankle injuries.
Right, and it was a true game-time decision, and he is huge for their passing game.
Yes.
Achane as a running back and wide receiver because he can be a slot guy. If you put that guy in the slot and Waddle and Hill on the outside, I mean, you're telling that you're begging the defense, pick one. You know, he's definitely an advantage for them. And he did very well against the Bills last year.
Well, if Achane can't go, next up is 7-year veteran Jeff Wilson Jr.
Another San Francisco running back.
Elsewhere on the offense, okay, you got Hill and Jalen Waddle, but their top 2 backups are not playing tonight in Malik Washington and Odell Beckham Jr.
Isn't OBJ out the first couple games?
Yeah, he's on the pup
He's
list.
on
Yeah.
or pup. Okay.
I do like Pup, but not that list.
I don't mind if he's on it.
True, but I like Pup.
Over on the defense, whereas last week the Bills played Arizona, who had 7 new starters. Dolphins are trotting out 6 new starters on D.
That's a lot out of 11.
Most notably, 6-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Calais Campbell.
Yep.
And former Bills safety Jordan Poyer.
Yeah.
No comments?
No.
Okay.
He wanted to leave the year before anyway. I mean, and he was
got
good.
paid $1 million.
Only notable injury on the Miami D is linebacker Bradley Chubb. He's starting the season on the PUP list. Of course, being division rivals, Bills and Dolphins play each other twice a year. Past 2 years, they played 5 times. 4 out of 5 of those games decided by 7 points or less. But Buffalo has dominated the series recently, winning 11 of 12. And that's all I got on the Dolphins. Billy, do you have a question?
I do.
Okay.
So, noted sack tapper Christian Wilkins is no longer with Miami.
He's on Vegas.
Vegas, correct. He is a little bit of a thorn in the side of Josh Allen. So, does someone else on Miami's... Because, I mean, you got to think with the hand injury, they're going to be gunning for him. Like, Wilkins, he's a noted, like I said, good.
Yeah.
Or a at the bottom of the pile. Is there someone that steps up for Miami to say, hey, that guy's gone. I better kick Josh Allen in the nuts?
I bet you there's quite a few
Yeah.
that are ready to go.
Or in the hand.
I got one
So the
more
hand's gonna be a
player
target.
that plays for Miami.
Oh, yeah. From the
Saran
Bills. Saran
Neal.
Neal. He's a big
He's
special
also
teamer
in
and
the
defensive
defensive
back.
backfield.
Yo.
Yep. Big time. Well, good. Thank you very, Jimmer. I'm just gonna stop.
You're Billy Welcome.
I said it. There it is. All right. Let's.
I didn't do too much studying on my Miami Dolphins background, but let's
Yeah,
see
but
what
you're
we
a
got.
history buff.
Let's see what we got.
So,
This might get greasy.
Hey.
so I somehow found that the Dolphins over the years, like the Bills' offensive line back in the day, had they were the electric company. Mm-hmm. Okay, and you've got like the
National Grid?
The Hogs.
the Hogs. You've got
Washington.
team nicknames like that.
Now Jimmer's the electric company.
Apparently, the Dolphins, over the course of their last 50 years they've been in existence, have had 3 team nicknames, full team nicknames, not like just for an offensive line or anything. You have any idea what they could be?
There was the no-name defense.
That's one. God, he's good. That is absolutely one.
Drawing a blank on the other two.
The Killer Bees.
Okay, that was like Kimbo Camper. Guys.
He knows. And then my favorite, quote unquote, the Fins. Wouldn't that be
That was
just
just-
the name? Like,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
they
just in
listed it, and I'm
general.
like, yeah, that's like,
That's just short for Dolphins.
yeah. Ugh.
That's really not one.
Okay, a little bit of
No, it
factoid
is,
conversation-wise anyway.
All right.
So since 1999, the Dolphins have how many AFC East division titles?
It's 99. I'm going to say 1.
2.
2, okay.
2000 and 2008. The Dolphins also have. When's the last time you won a playoff game?
The Jets?
Yes.
No, you, Jimmer.
Jets, I believe, in 2011.
Okay, that's cool. Who else
There's
do
a
we?
franchise.
Who else do we think hasn't won a playoff game in a long time?
A long time.
I'm going to say the Dolphins.
Yeah, Dolphins spent since
The
like
longest
2002, maybe.
playoff win drought in the NFL. Good on the Lions. Good, teams that were the Cardinals, the Lions have all won playoff games since the Dolphins, which is kind of crazy.
Well, the Lions was just last
I
year.
think
Prior to
they're
that,
just
they
recent.
had a
Yeah,
long-ass streak.
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're here now.
But they did, right.
Yeah, but they won.
They won 2.
Hey, give it up for Jimmer, coming out here on a Thursday night. His
What
team,
night? I try.
his quarterback never even talked to his coach Monday night after he basically pulled himself from the game and told Tyrod Taylor to go
Get in there. He didn't need to be out there.
Is that right?
Yeah. Do you think? All right, I gotta know one more.
I don't
question
watch
for you.
football.
When you're GM, you don't have to talk to the coach.
Yeah, true. Do you think that Aaron Rodgers has had a conversation with head coach Robert Saleh? Ever?
A conversation or told him what to do?
Yeah. You ordered them around a little bit.
Oh, man. Whatever.
You might have
all
said, how's the buffet in the training room today or something.
Because
to
I'm
that
not
effect,
going to
but-
the training room. I got my own. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much. You're the best.
I try.
All right.
He
That's
told
it.
me that last week.
What's that?
I'm the best.
Jimmer told you that, or I told you that?
You did.
Well, I spread the wealth. It's a new week.
See, next week it will be you.
It's the
Next
same
will be
week,
double
Billy.
A.
It was Sunday when you told me. It's Thursday right now.
Well, you know who's the best right now?
Jimmer.
Aaron. Because it's time for
This guy.
Q&A
With
with
Dura.
Are you ready to play with the Lay?
Hiya.
Here's double A.
You know, I don't care how much you hate music. These songs never get old.
Yeah. This
And-
this one playing above us is fantastic.
What is it? Even flow?
I don't know. It's just awful.
Oh my God, look at that. What if my glasses get Legionnaires on them?
Oh.
I got them.
Man overboard.
Right in the sewage.
Yeah, right in the spewage is more like it. All right.
All right. So
Hi, buddy. It's
let's
Thursday. Hi. Hi, buddy.
let's do something.
All right.
All right. Is it akin to last week's
No,
something?
it's not funny at all.
Is autogram safe?
This is going to be more of a let's be serious for a moment.
You know, it's going to be real serious when Autogram's family sends us a cease and desist letter.
Oh, you didn't get it already?
They went right to North
Because
Korea.
apparently they only use the snail mail to send that kind of
That'd
stuff.
probably be a telegraph if they were.
All right, so what I want to do is I've got the list of all the teams that lost week one.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to give me your panic meter.
On a scale of?
5 is the highest,
Okay.
1 is the lowest.
Okay.
And then if you want to say why, you can say why. If you
not-
just want to roll over it and not actually talk about that team, that's fine too. All right, so we're going to start with Arizona.
Panic meter?
Panic meter, Arizona.
I give them a 2.
Yeah, 2 is good.
Just for the fact that they were a cross-country game.
Yep.
They played pretty darn good against a playoff team.
Yeah.
Granted, week 1, crazy. You know what happens?
Plus
But-
Kyler Murray's back. I mean, yeah, 2.
They got room to grow.
0. They're not expected to do anything. There's no reason to panic.
See, I'm
That's good.
I was going to use that.
That's
I'm
good.
interested in that for a couple teams. Not. Yeah.
How about the LA Rams?
I'd mark that high. I give that a 4 because their offensive line guys are hurt. Puka Nakua's hurt.
Yeah, he's out. He's out 4 weeks.
Contending for
Yep.
division title, expected to be. I give them not a
4?
full-fledged panic, but
The
hey,
defense,
let's
the
get-
defense didn't look great.
right.
I'm
Yep.
going 2.
Yeah, they're missing Aaron Donald. Not missing him.
But he's
not
gone.
playing
He's
anymore.
missing him. He's
They are
Technically,
missing
yeah.
him a lot.
I'm going a 2 on them.
Yeah.
It was a great game. Stafford looked really good.
Okay.
And McVay, especially, you can harken back to last year, made big adjustments for that team, and they ended up just fine. I think they've got the star power. I think they're just fine. I'd put that panic
Because
meter
him
low.
and Cooper Kupp still had a day.
Oh, God, Cooper Kupp was healthy. He was excellent. I'd put that lower.
I'm with Jimmer.
Okay.
4. They lost.
How about Atlanta?
That one, I'm higher on the panic
Let's
level
go
on
with
that
a
one.
6.
I go with a 4. A 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, not all-out panic.
But
A home
Basically,
game to
I'm good-
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh has a great defense. I'm going to be hesitant to say a 5 for almost any team because it's just week 1.
Right.
Right.
But
man, he
definitely
looked
a 4.
bad.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and the interception. I mean, they lost. They surrendered 6 field. They lost with a team that didn't score a touchdown.
With
And
the-
Pittsburgh's not supposed to be. Well, Pittsburgh, they're.
that's what they're going to do. They're going
Right.
to score 18
But-
points on 6 field goals
But
and win or lose that way. That's it.
Pittsburgh probably like on paper, Pittsburgh had no business winning that game.
They never do.
No, this is right.
I
but
mean,
if you're Atlanta, yes,
at
I'm
least
concerned.
you can say that for at least the last 3 or 4 years. Like Pittsburgh should never win any of the games, but somehow they figure it out.
I'm concerned if I'm Atlanta. I get it, like
Yeah.
you said, it's week 1, but I don't know.
All right. How about Green Bay?
Jordan Love might be playing this weekend.
That's weird.
It was a game in Brazil against a Philly team that ended up looking okay, that I had lower expectations on. 2 to 3.
I'm going to go with the 3 just for the Jordan Love situation.
I'm going to say a 1.
Okay.
Because Jordan Love wasn't any good until the second half of the season last year anyways.
Right.
They lost a bunch, and then,
Yep.
oh, look at this guy. He's the best ever.
I just would be hesitant when LaFleur today was like, yeah, Love might play Sunday. You got Malik Willis back there. He might not be terrible without Love for a week to
That's
get
probably
rest.
more of one of those.
Oh, I shall labor.
I want you to have to
Oh, you have to game plan for
game
both.
plan for both guys.
Yeah.
That's what that one
Just
is.
like the 49ers did with Christian McCaffrey.
Oh my God, that killed me. How about Carolina?
A 0.
0.
Flat 0. Just going back to that. You were garbage anyway.
I think that's a 5. They might win
they're
a
so
game
terrible?
this year and miss out on the first pick.
Oh, okay.
So I'm panicked. They might win one on accident.
How about New York Giants?
Oh, gee, a panic level? I'd say 3 or I'd say 4. Because what are you going to do with your starting quarterback? Dable has to be in panic mode because you had a home game to open the season. You wore those ugly jerseys that I actually thought were kind of cool. And, and you got smoked by Sam Darnold.
They look like hockey uniforms.
Yeah, I like them.
Looks
Montreal
like
Canadiens.
Canadian football.
Yeah.
Or that, yeah. But yeah, if you're the Giants, I mean, any member of the Giants would be at a 4.
I mean-
you're fear for your job.
Losing Saquon Barkley may have destroyed that team.
Oh, yeah.
In that
They
market,
decided to spend their money on Daniel Jones.
Yes.
They didn't let sign
That's what
Saquon
this-
Barkley.
Daniel
that
Jones
team.
has thrown more pick sixes since he signed his contract extension than he has touchdowns to his own receivers.
guys. Yeah,
That
that's
is
true.
Terrible.
But you know what destroyed him before paying him that money? Drafting him 7th overall.
yeah. That
Way
was
too high.
that was poopy.
Like he was like a 3rd round pick, wasn't he?
Late second.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Drafted way
you're exactly
too
right.
And they hopped. What?
Be like drafting
The other
EJ
bad
Manuel
guys.
in the first round, you know?
Hey,
Sorry.
Mistakes were made.
I hope that burp covered all that.
Hey, we
up.
took.
Remember EJ? Shh, the preseason. Shh.
All right, how about Washington?
Oh, panic level?
Panic level.
2?
Yeah, very low because they weren't good at all last year.
Low
They got nowhere to go
expectations. Daniels look good though. He'll be fine. They're going to win 6 games.
Yeah. Who wants to do that, though?
We've done it.
Yeah, way too long.
No, we were around 7 or 8.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to put us down.
Yeah, we were
All right.
picking 13.
What do we think about the Denver Broncos?
Panic level. Hey, Janet. Yeah.
Hello.
Panic level on the Broncos. You lost a tight game to Seattle.
On the road in a notoriously unfriendly atmosphere to play. Rookie quarterback.
Turnovers from Bo Nix were kind of
Yeah.
suspect.
I'm going to say just a 2 or so because they weren't going to be good to begin with.
Right.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
what you expected.
Yeah.
They're
the
going to
2.
win 5.
Yeah.
Are we going
Maybe.
to say the same thing about the Raiders?
Raiders finished strong last year when they got, what's the guy's name? Damian
Pierce.
Pierce.
Pierce,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
coach. I expected a little, I took the Chargers to win last week. I expected a little bit more from the Raiders, but still, once again, not a good team.
As far as panic meter,
Maybe another 2.
yeah, if I was a Raiders fan, sorry, Mikey Siri. I mean, yeah, another 2.
They're,
You know what you're getting.
They're not scared.
Yeah, you know what you're getting.
What are we thinking about Indy here?
On a panic meter, another tight game against a team that is picked by a lot of people to go to the Super Bowl. A very tight game. Richardson looked pretty good. 2.
I'm just going to give them a 1 for that, just for reasons Billy said.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
Sean Helmer in the house, everybody. Sean Helmer.
Hey.
Silver Creek Black Knights.
Knights, Commanders, Bills.
Yeah, there we go.
This one might be. Let's talk about Cleveland. What kind of panic are we there?
5
5.5.
at least.
Your defense didn't show up. That's supposed to be all world. Got carved all day long by the Cowboys. Deshaun Watson is already a piece of trash, and you fucking freaking put him in the can with Oscar on Sunday.
Beep.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't have my hand on the button.
That's going to go down as the worst trade in NFL history.
It should.
Yeah,
Next
I mean,
to-
look at what Houston got out of it.
Like multiple first-round picks.
3.
That alone, yeah.
They're favored to make the Super Bowl.
Next
Because
to
of that.
Russell Wilson trade. I mean, it's worse than the Russell Wilson trade.
right,
And
exactly.
Wilson doesn't even play for the team that he got traded to.
They are doing Cleveland things just like they did the last few years.
And
We're supposed to be okay.
I really thought that if Watson played poorly, the defense would bail him out, and the defense was a no-show. And the game was in Cleveland. Like they weren't in Dallas, and it wasn't kind of you're going on the road week 1. No, they were home and got washed.
They
And
should
they had a-
sign Flacco again.
In a
Why not?
prime
He
window
took 'em to
game
the
too. It was a
playoffs last year.
4:30 game. You know, like they got smacked.
All right, what do we think about Cincinnati?
Panic meter, 2. They lose every first game of the year.
Nah, I say at least a 4.
Ooh, I like it.
Burrow, he is notoriously a slow starter, but he hasn't looked good.
They look bad with
knows?
only one of the 2 good receivers. Jamar Chase wasn't full,
And
but
one that didn't do any kind of teamwork for 4 weeks.
I'm just checking to see if the inactives.
I'm going to say 1.
Yeah.
Because they are 1-7 the last 4 years, in weeks 1 and week 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's a good poll right there. Yeah,
they stink in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
They usually get it together.
Yep.
All right, and our last one, the New York Jets.
3.
3. Now I'm interested to hear this. Now, 3.
too.
Why?
Well, I picked it as last because I wanted to hear
Yeah.
what you were thinking.
Why at 3?
Aaron Rodgers came out, looked really good at times, looked a little rusty at other times. The turnovers weren't his fault.
No, that pick was a bouncing ball. And,
Deflection, hit Lazard right in the hands the one drive. He dropped it.
Yeah.
Brees Hall had a first down and more, fumbled. He looked good. Offensive line, though, retooled, played better, but still a lot of pressure on him.
And he doesn't seem to be able to move in the pocket
No, he didn't move very well.
as well as he used to, that's for sure.
And if we were just talking solely the Jets' defense, I would put a 4 on them.
Okay.
The defensive line was highly suspect.
For all the hype they got this past year, granted, playing a juggernaut of a team in San Francisco, but the way they let San Francisco control the time of possession,
Yeah.
Backup running back.
Yes, with,
Right,
with
which
Joe off the street, you know.
Right.
I mean,
So,
that's what
yeah, I'm gonna
that's
say
what
it's-
San
That's what they
Francisco
do.
does. But
Yeah.
yeah.
The interesting thing to me from the Jets-Niners game was, so Rodgers talking about movement. He's only going to drop back. He's either got to get rid of the ball or he might go down. You know, he's not. He used to be good like that Roethlisberger Brady pocket presence where you're just sliding, you're jimmying a little bit. He didn't have that Monday night. The one thing I thought was very interesting, take the football field, like you're looking down at it as a quarterback. Rodgers completed or had 26 attempts.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know the actual amount.
25 attempts were all middle of the field to sideline. One attempt was right down the middle. He never threw the ball from the middle of the field to the right.
Did you notice, too, the only time he ever really aired it out was when San Francisco jumped off sides and you had the free play?
He's a great free play master.
Yes.
He was always
That was the Lazard touchdown.
Yep.
But the thing that was interesting to me was, who's the next opponent? Before we get to quick picks, Tennessee. So if you're Tennessee, defensively, are you like, wow, are they doing that to screw with us for when we play him, or is he only going to throw the left-hand side of the field? So if you're
Remains to be seen.
defensively, you almost like have a backdoor scheme for that. Hey, we know we got to cover our right-hand side of the field all day because Rodgers never went to the other side of the field.
This is
all
not
night
a
long.
Jets show, Billy. Let's move on.
We should, okay, never mind.
I just thought it was very interesting.
There was a reason I left it as the last one because I thought that would be a good conversation. I do have a couple of trivia questions for you guys.
Fire away.
Okay.
What do you got?
Who has the most career touchdowns?
Ever?
Yes.
Emmitt Smith?
Patrick Mahomes.
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice is the
That's
answer.
yeah.
What player from the defensive side is the only one to ever win the NFL MVP?
Ronnie Lott.
Reggie White.
No, Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor's the
Penalty.
answer. Which
0
NFL
for 2.
Which NFL team has never been in a Super Bowl?
Well, the sad thing is I can see his sheet. I'm still
Jacksonville.
getting them wrong.
Cleveland, Detroit, Houston.
Damn. I thought that was going to be a nice trick question because I only said what team and you got all three.
Sorry.
Or all four. So, which NFL team has the most Hall of Famers?
Green Bay.
Pittsburgh.
No.
Dallas.
San Francisco.
No. Come on,
Back
you got
in
this.
Miami.
Oh no. Chicago.
Oh, because they've been around since
yeah.
1820.
You go back like the
Got Bears.
And my last one. What team has lost the most Super Bowls?
The Bills, the Vikings.
The Steelers.
The
Denver.
Bills and the
The
Vikings
Broncos.
have both lost 4.
Broncos got to be up there too.
Denver is the answer.
How many?
I don't remember.
Oh,
I don't remember. I didn't write that part down. But they have one. They had one more than
The Bills.
so they have 5.
yeah.
Yeah, because Bills and Vikings have both lost 4.
Because they lost
They lost to Dallas in the 70s,
and
lost to
then
the Giants,
3 times
to
in
the
the
Redskins,
90s,
to Seattle.
twice.
No.
No, Seattle's only been there once.
Yeah. No, Seattle's been in the Super Bowl twice.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. They've only won it once.
Did you say San Francisco?
No, I did not.
There was a San
Okay,
Francisco.
there we go.
Well, that's it for me. That's all the questions I have for you.
All right.
Cool. Well, screw it. It's time for quick picks.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for quick picks.
Since it's Thursday, we're going to pick all the games for Sunday. We're going to open with the 49ers against the 1-0 Sam Darnold, Minnesota Sam Darnolds.
Sam Darnold's are getting 5 points. Darnold had 2 touchdowns last week. He's going to face quite the significant upgrade. I'm going San Fran.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume they're just going to run all over them. Minnesota has a good pass defense, but their rush defense is not phenomenal. It's a mismatch.
Yeah. Probably.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
San Francisco. No matter who plays running back.
Yeah.
Yeah. San Fran. I mean, just straight up San Fran.
Right.
Like, no, nothing against Minnesota, but San
You're
Fran.
not as
Different
good.
weight class.
No, you're right. They might be okay, but
Yeah.
no, even in Minnesota, San Fran. Oh crap! Who's New England playing?
New England is playing Seattle.
Seattle at New England.
New England is getting 3.5. Last week versus Denver, Seattle had 2 safeties scored against them in the first half. Seattle is 2-5 straight up the past 7 times playing in the Eastern time zone at 1 o'clock Eastern time. But I'm going Seattle.
I don't know, man. Like, I didn't think Seattle actually looked that good in their win. It's tough to see New England dominating in any way, but I guess I got to go Seattle just because I don't think New England has enough. I guess that's what. A long-winded answer to, I don't know, Seattle.
Yeah, maybe Seattle.
I agree with you there because everyone got knocked out of Survivor last week when New England won, so I'm going with Seattle.
Right, New
And
England.
I'd pick them in Survivor and get knocked out again, probably.
New England beat Cincinnati, and I think it means nothing.
Yeah.
I'll take Seattle on the road. I mean, I think we all know New England's going to have a pretty good defense. They've had pretty good defense when they've been poor over the last couple of years. But I like the Geno Smith train.
I mean, they're pretty good, and they traded Judon.
Yeah, right.
Like,
They knew what they were doing.
yeah.
The Giants at the Commanders.
Commanders giving a 1.5 after last week's loss to the Vikings. Giants quarterback Daniel Jones was booed by the Giants fans when he's walking through the stadium to his car. Washington's D, last in the league against points against last year. So far, after 1 week, second to last. Baby steps. They're getting there.
That's pretty good.
I'm going Washington.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see Daniels winning anybody a game.
No.
So, and you don't have Saquon anymore. Like, what?
Their best player.
How are they going to score? I just don't know how they're going to score. So I got to go the other way.
They're going to score on accident. Like they're going to, I don't know. I don't even know how. I don't even know. But
We did it.
Yeah.
Washington will win this game by 1.5 points.
I'm on board with Josh. Washington by 1.5. L.A., not going to tell you who yet, at, oh boy, Carolina. I don't care
I got
what
some
L.A.
good
it
stuff
is.
on this one. Carolina is getting 5.5.
Which L.A. is it?
That would be the Chargers.
Okay.
Carolina allowed New Orleans to score on their first 6 possessions last week.
Pretty good.
Going back to last year, over their past 9 games, the Panthers have played with the lead in a game for a total of 10 seconds. And they have been outscored by 128 points in that time frame.
Did you say
10 seconds as it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it.
And now we're losing.
God, that is.
Maybe they were tied after
how-
that.
how
I'm
is
guessing-
this-
I'm
I'm
gonna go with
guessing they were
Chargers.
tied after
How is
that.
this line so low? How is it not a 10
10-point
point
spread.
line? It should
Chargers
easily
coming
be a
across
10-point
country?
line.
I don't know.
I mean, that's got to be the only reason
Yeah,
why. Gotta be.
Well,
And the
I think I'll
Chargers
go with
know
the
how to lose
Chargers.
these kind of games too.
All right, I get you there.
Not bad.
I said Chargers.
Okay. Yeah.
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 Carolina. Oh, Bryce Young. Hey, oofa. The 40. Right. New Orleans scored 47 on Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The 47-point scoring New Orleans Saints at the looking pretty good for Week 1 Dallas Cowboys. A lot of season left for the Cowboys
Oh, definitely.
to screw this up.
But Dallas giving 6. Dallas has won 16 straight regular season games at home, make it 17.
Yeah, I mean, Cousins looked horrible.
And he plays for Atlanta.
He plays for
Oh,
Atlanta.
I'm sorry.
Derek Carr
Or
looked great.
Derek Carr. Yeah, he looked. Yeah, you know, you're right.
Well, he played
did.
Carolina. We gotta,
Yeah.
He was playing Carolina, but still, I'm not sure New Orleans has the defense to stop Dallas's offense.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure if that's.
I go with.
You're right, Double A, because Dallas will do real well at the beginning, and
then-
they don't blow it till the end.
Yep.
Yeah. I go Dallas.
Dallas.
Sorry, Dad.
I was surprised that Dallas's run game ended up being okay. I was a little worried that
No Pollard.
without Pollard they weren't going to be able to.
Yeah.
But they did okay.
Indianapolis at the Packers.
Packers getting 2.5.
Wait, Packers getting 2.5?
Packers getting 2.5.
Wow. But
Love.
Jordan Love.
The Jordan
Yeah.
Love issue. Because if he can't go, it's Malik Willis. He hasn't started a game since 22 when he started 3 games for Tennessee. In those 3 games, he failed to throw for over 100 yards passing in all 3 games. If it's Malik Willis, I'm going Indy.
God, I don't know. I mean that I like what Indy's built, but I don't know if they're there yet. But also, without Love, like,
What's love got to do with it, Aaron?
I don't know.
All of it.
I've never been in love.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
I would hope not.
Let's go Indy. I think offensively they score more to win.
Okay.
Yeah, Love's not playing. Next 4 weeks, they're going to lose every game.
I am going with Green Bay at home. I think Green Bay's defense can handle it, and I think they're at home season. Go ahead, walk right.
Go ahead.
They're on TV.
Wave to the camera.
Wave to the camera, everybody. Hey,
Say your
all right.
names.
I am Hat Lady. No. Oh, it's Susan. I'm sorry. No, I'm going Green Bay. It's a little weird pick, but
Her first name is Lazy. It's Lazy Susan.
Anyways, Cleveland at Jacksonville. I don't freaking know.
Jacksonville is giving 3. The maximum quarterback rating that can be achieved in a game is 158.3. Per ESPN.com versus Dallas last week, Deshaun Watson, QBR of 9.3.
Hang on, Donna's here, everybody. I hit it. What?
9.3.
That's 140 something less than the best one.
So I'm going Jacksonville.
Okay.
I'm still blown away at how bad the Cleveland defense looked. So I'm assuming that that's going to continue. I gotta believe my eyes, and I think Jacksonville, even though their quarterback's not great, he's good enough. So Jacksonville.
All right.
Jacksonville.
I think the Cleveland defense comes back a little bit in the game.
Okay.
But I also, like, Trevor Lawrence is a hard guy to trust either way.
I know.
Maybe because it's in
So is
Jacksonville.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no, I don't. Yeah, well. Hey, Devin.
Hi,
Devin, everybody. Devin Jones in the house. All right. Congratulations. Devin got married a couple weeks ago, and that's all we got on Devin. He's a good cook. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Here's one, Jimmer. Jets at Tits.
Tits getting 4. Tennessee had a 17-0 lead last week versus Chicago. Proceeded to lose with their defense not allowing a single touchdown.
The worst pick six maybe ever in history thrown by Will Levis in that game. Oh, that was
That's what I
so
heard.
bad.
Whereas the Jets allowed San Francisco to score on 8, count them, 8 straight possessions.
Oh, that's not good either.
Luckily, 6 of them were field goals. The Jets lose this game. We're going to turn that panic meter up to about a 15.
Hey.
So I'm going
Three
Jets.
times.
Yeah, I think it has to be the Jets. There's not much that I like about the Titans.
This all depends if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt this week.
Yeah, he's made it 1 week.
That's a lot.
I made the mistake of picking the Titans last week and watching Caleb Williams somehow throw for under 100 yards.
Yeah.
And then lose anyway. So I'm going Titans.
Oh,
All right. Oh, showstopper of the week last week, other than Josh Allen, I feel, is Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. Baker looked great.
Baker and the Bucks were.
Baker and the
All
Bucks.
right.
Tampa Bay at Detroit. So
Detroit giving 7.5.
Wow.
All right, Baker Mayfield.
back what?
After week 1, who had him leading the league in touchdown passes? Anybody? So he had 4.
No.
Second week in a row, Detroit has a rematch from last year's playoffs. Last year,
yeah.
Detroit beat Tampa Bay 31-23 in the divisional round.
That's a cool stat.
That is, and Detroit will be victorious again.
I would agree with that.
I think Detroit's good.
I'm going Tampa Bay.
Wrong.
Vegas at the Are You Sick or Not Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens, biggest spread of the week, giving 8.5. Tight end Isaiah Likely, if he had shoe size 1 size smaller, might be 1-0.
Or if he wore white cleats.
But I'm going
Well,
Baltimore. I don't have any
Yeah.
stats on the game.
that could have ended in a tie. It could be 0-1.
That's true. That's better than
could've been
0-1-0.
Baltimore.
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 Yeah, Vegas stinks. Sorry, Mikey. L.A. guess the team at Arizona.
That would be the Rams, and actually, Arizona is favored by 1. Rams Pro Bowl second-year receiver Puka Nacua out at least a month. Rams have won 13 of last 15 versus Arizona. This is my upset. I'm going Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, I liked how Arizona started the game against the Bills, but man, they just lost whatever they were trying to do.
Right.
And then they didn't focus on the best player on the team, which is Marvin Harrison. Like
One catch.
That befuddles me.
Yeah.
If they find a way to get him involved, I think they win.
They lost to a better team. Arizona did. And did you see Marvin Harrison's top speed running a route?
The slowest
16 miles an hour.
of any quote unquote number one wide receiver on any team over the
Yeah.
week.
That might say something about why he didn't get the ball last
Or
week.
the confidence in him too. Or his confidence.
Or his speed.
Or-
That says most about his speed last week, really. 16 miles an hour.
You going with them or the Rams?
I'm going with them.
All right. I got to go with the Rams. I talked them up earlier, even in a loss, so I'm kind of hamstrung to them. These are all 4 o'clock games on Sunday, starting with that one. Cincinnati at Kansas City.
Kansas City giving 5.5. We talked about Cincinnati's record in the first couple weeks of the season. After last week, it goes to 1-8 the past couple years. But in his career versus Kansas City, Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow, including the playoffs, 3-1 all time versus the Chiefs. All 3 of those wins were with Cincy being the underdog, but I'm still going Kansas City.
Yeah, I have a hard time going against Kansas City right now. They look like a complete team. I think they're going to be hard to beat at any time this year. I'm going Kansas City.
And Cincinnati looks horrible, so yeah.
That's why that panic meter's up there for me.
Oh, crap. We got to pick KC. The last 4 o'clock game on Sunday, Pittsburgh at Denver.
Denver is getting 2.5. Even though they didn't score a touchdown last week, Pittsburgh is the only AFC North team that won. This was built up to be the Russell Wilson revenge game.
Fields
But
is
it's not
starting
playing,
again,
right.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh head coach Mike Tomlin, 0-3 in his career versus Denver head coach Sean Payton. Granted, that wasn't all against Denver. This one kind of has upset written all over it, but I'm going to say, Pittsburgh, another 6 field goals.
Crappily wins the game.
18-13 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what Pittsburgh's offensive identity is. At least with Denver, I kind of got a feel of what they were trying to do. I still just don't know what Pittsburgh is. I'm going to go with my confidence in what I see from Denver, and I'm going to go with Denver to win.
All right.
You know exactly what Pittsburgh is. They're going to kick field goals and play defense. Pittsburgh 3, Denver nothing.
I'm going to go Denver only because I feel like Justin Fields didn't do anything to really hurt the Steelers last week, and he was fine, but he is that guy who the next week can come out and be like, oh, crap, this guy's our quarterback? So I'll take Denver at home. Only on this, you're going to get the other Justin Fields where you're going to get the turnovers, you're going to get, the menagerie of badness throughout the game. I feel anyway. Sunday night. Ooh, juicy matchup. Chicago at Houston.
Houston is giving 6.5. First overall pick, quarterback Caleb Williams of the Bears. He got the win last week versus Tennessee, but he only had 93 passing yards, no offensive scores. I'm going Houston.
I don't think Caleb's ready yet.
No.
They may have wanted to sit him for a year or at least half a year and get him started because he just does not. He looks like a cloudy view.
Like a haze over it?
It's like he doesn't know what he's seeing.
Maybe he's seeing ghosts.
Oh,
We all remember that.
Yeah.
So I gotta go. I gotta go Houston because they're the known commodity.
yeah.
Yeah, they're good, too.
Yeah, and
I think.
Chicago.
No, they're definitely good.
I mean, we only saw sample sizes of Caleb Williams in the preseason or practice or whatever.
Which means nothing.
But and over the course of a first game, I mean, he didn't win them the game. Will Levis gave them the game. Houston, as much as I hate to say any team looks as good as the Bills or anybody else should be, Houston, they got it.
They're good.
And they struggle. No, don't get me wrong. They did struggle for a lot of the game against Indy, but I don't think Indy's all that bad either.
Right.
So whatever, screw them. Monday night, Atlanta at the Eagles.
Eagles giving 6.5. As Aaron mentioned when we were talking about New Orleans and Dallas, Kirk Cousins Didn't look good last week. It's only been one game, but total offense, Atlanta ranks 29th. Give me Philadelphia.
Cousins does not look healthy.
Not at all.
He's moving worse than Aaron Rodgers is.
He's younger.
And his arm is probably half as good.
Probably doesn't take ayahuasca.
Yeah, well, that's probably why. Yeah. So, yeah, no, there's no way I'm ever taking Atlanta after watching what I watched last week.
What if they were playing Carolina?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, they have to
I'm
twice.
with you then.
But yeah,
We'll talk about it then.
if Atlanta had played a better game against Pittsburgh, I'd be more even if they lost but played a better game, I'd be more confident in like maybe giving them a chance. But Philly, after the halfway through the second quarter on Friday, Philly looked pretty damn good again.
Saquon.
It's Saquon good. He's a gem. He's a gem. Healthy, he's a gem. 3 touchdowns the other night.
How are you the Giants?
You don't pay him?
Let that go for nothing, and then he goes to the rival and looks like that.
And
Lights
immediately
it up.
shows up. And shows out. That's their own damn fault. They just,
Because they paid Daniel Jones.
Eh?
well.
Idiots.
So anyway, there's a game tonight
When?
in an hour.
Oh, okay.
Jimmer, take it away.
All right, Buffalo at Miami. Miami is giving 2.5.
Yeah.
Bills last year, 3-5 against the spread on the road and versus divisional opponents. Dolphins last year, 6-3 against the spread at home, 4-2 against the spread versus the AFC East. Since Mike McDaniel has been head coach for the Dolphins, in weeks 1 through 3, they are 7-0, and that includes last week's game. That includes week 3 of the 22 season when Miami beat the Bills 21-19. That's the Dolphins' last win in the series.
Heat fest.
All those Dolphins stats against all the rest of the league. Some stats which I'm surprised you haven't mentioned.
Say again.
Josh Allen, 11-2 all-time versus Miami.
Keeping it all quiet.
Plus 6-0 all-time on Thursday games. That's 3 Thanksgiving games, 3 night games. I'm saying it's going to be a shootout. I'm saying Buffalo 31, Miami 27.
Really?
Yes, really.
Okay.
I mean,
Josh Allen owns them.
but yeah, and both of our defenses are probably average at best.
Yeah. They're fine. Yeah, they're
And
fine.
both offenses have all the firepower to be able to do what they want. I agree it's probably going to be a high-scoring game. And as we've proven, they've all been one-score games for what, like the last 10?
No, the first game last year, 48-20.
What?
We smoked them.
One of the last 10 was not a one-score game.
I didn't follow.
So obviously it's going to be close. We're there. That's
Kinda has to be,
That's
right?
how it's going to be.
Yeah.
I hope it's not.
Obviously we hope not, but and then it comes down to who makes the last play, and I'm hoping that's Josh.
Yeah, 4 out of the past 5 games, they've all been decided by 7 points or less.
I'm not going to give a score because
Yeah, me neither.
I liked his score.
But
But
for the Bills to kill the Dolphins, they got to cut off the fin. Because I heard that might defeat the porpoise.
You waited 2 shows to come out with pure gold. I'm proud of you.
That's a way.
Proud
That's a
of
way to
you.
finish, buddy.
That is
Well
awesome. Taking the Bills then?
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to defeat the porpoise.
Yeah, I'm going with the quarterback I want on the field with the ball in his hands late in the game. And last year, in the second game, that was Josh Allen. It wasn't Tua, threw a pick. So I'm going with the guy I want the ball late in the game. It's Josh Allen, and why wouldn't it be in this matchup, I feel. They got speed. We've got this crazy freaking dude. Go
you're
Bills.
taking the crazy
Go
Bills.
Bills.
I'm taking the crazy freaking dude.
Keep it on Trubisky's hands.
Yeah. Oh, geez. We'll see you soon. Go Bills.